This is an Ironman challenge, in which the account must remain completely free to play. I can't use the central market for any reason ever, not even to store items. My class and tag class were both chosen at random near the beginning of the series. Previously on the Ironman. We got a costume box for the Guardian. We hit Tet Ruins.
Number 4. And it goes.
And we also finished the Crescent.
And it went try.
Just finishing up at Crescents here. I did about 3.5 hours on stream, so this is the end of that 4th hour. A little bit down on trash loot, because this is the hour that I enhanced the Crescent. So we're pretty much done with Crescents, except that I do want to finish this Marnie Stone. Got about 15k kills left on that. I think the overall average on scrolls is actually 3 an hour and not 2 an hour. We were doing okay there toward the end. During the stream, though, I ended up getting a couple more of these Atatis elements. I got 3 more of these in the 4 hours that I did. I've heard better averages from other places, so I don't think Crescents is the destination spot for Atatis elements, but I was happy to get at least a few of them. So now that we're pretty much done with Crescents, I will gradually finish up this Marnie Stone. But now it's time to focus pretty hard on scrolls so that I can push my gear. I really would like to get full Tet on the Zarka, the Dandy, and then the Red Nose and Gaiathelm. Once I do that, I will probably start going for the Valterra belt. Let's put these moon fragments together really quick and open a couple of full moons. I'm still really hoping to get the boss defense gearbox from these. I've opened probably 15 or 20 of them with no luck yet. Okay, so that's 3 of them. I opened my little chat window so that I know what actually dropped from it, but defense gearbox? No. Alright, let's get these Uragons. I'm very low on money. I'm super nervous. Tongue-Grady ring. I'm not going to buy anything because I'm so low on money. I'm so nervous that they'll be like, I'll pop Uragons, but they'll be like 350 mil or something. Mythical Feather. I'm going to pass that up just because I'm so low on money. Normally I would buy this. Sharps, I'm also passing those up. I'm just so worried that the Uragons are going to be like 300 something mil if they pop. And because I don't have the money for them, now would be the time that they do. I'm just full on energy, so there's no sense in like overcapping energy because I don't think I'll be able to afford something. Risho's apparel bag. I think I already have one of these. 10 Cron stones for 10 mil. I have to buy that. I just have to buy that. Okay, no Uragons this time again. I was super nervous about the money, but ended up not mattering, so. Another hour at Gaha's done. I ran a loot scroll for like 45 minutes or so, just because I was curious what differences that would be. Ended up getting 14 scrolls, which is really nice. 10k trash. A couple of the armor stone bundles and a weapon stone bundle. I don't think I will really continue to run loot scrolls here. The difference between loot scroll and not loot scroll isn't huge by any means. And I definitely have very few loot scrolls, so I want to save those for other places. We're going to be here quite a lot anyway. And if the difference between loot scroll and not loot scroll is like even 3 scrolls an hour, I'd rather just spend another couple hours. At least until I'm sure that I'm not going to like run out of loot scrolls or something. I really don't want to like burn all my loot scrolls early on and then end up at places like Turos and Jade Forest without them. Those are the places I want to save them for mainly, so. I need another worker in Velia, but I've pretty much maxed out the lodging as far as that goes. I've been working on getting my workers set up. I'm really trying to get everything that I need to be making cron meals. I'm not there yet. I don't have everything I need. I've kind of run out of contribution. So I'm working on building that up some more. And then I finally got the workers in Land of Morning Light going on the crystal stuff. But what I did see is that in the loyalties tab, you can actually buy a worker lodging for Velia. It's 3,000 loyalties, which is kind of steep. But I definitely need it. So I'm going to go ahead and buy that. So that I can get another worker. And put that worker here at Forest of Plunder. Because I need arrow mushrooms. So the idea is to get everything I need to make simple cron meals. And also frenzy drafts. Because the fruit of whichever it is, whichever fruit it takes to do that are the same that you need for cron meals and frenzy drafts, so that I can kind of like 2 birds, 1 stone that. That will mean that I will have to actually take some time to grind either Proddies or Sakraya to get the abyssal things. These abyssal essences to actually make the frenzies, but we have a while before that's going to be needed. So I'm going to invest in this node here, which hopefully is not crazy expensive. Okay, 1 each. That's not too bad. Then we'll go hire another worker. So most of my contribution has gone towards storage, because there's not really a way for me to get storage and I have a lot of stuff. So I've really put a lot into Velia storage and also Hydel storage. Is where realistically most of my contribution is tied up. So I will need to get more contribution, which I've been turning in my farming byproducts for. With these petals that you get. These blush leaves, I've been turning those in for contribution. And the ones that you get from cooking, I've been turning in for contribution. The witch's delicacies. And I will probably continue to do that until I kind of get a worker on everything that I need to have a worker on. It's still going to take a lot of like manual gathering, but if I can do most of it with workers, it actually won't be too bad. Okay, there's the scantling I need to make the advanced cooking utensil for the adventure log. Already did the polished stone. So now we just need the melted iron, I think it is. Melted iron shards. And then for the blackstone powder, I'll probably just grind down a blackstone and we'll get that. And then that'll be that adventure log done. This should be enough to get the melted iron shards I need. Yep, there's 20. Now I'll go grind down a blackstone, and then I actually need to go to Calpheon and get a worker, because I don't even have a worker in Calpheon. And then that will be this step in Book 9 done. Finally finishing up my family inventory quest here. It's the Sakatu's secret code. It needs you to have 100 pickled vegetables, so I just ran over to Calpheon over here because down here, roughly in this, I guess, building, there's a fruit vendor that sells the fruit that you need to make vinegar and also sells paprika that you can use to make the pickled vegetables. So we will go ahead and hand those in. So the 2 inventory slots I have right now in my family inventory, those are from the loyalties tab. you can actually get 2 family inventory slots for 1,500 loyalties each. So I did that pretty early on. The idea here, though, is to have pet food, worker food, and both potions in the family inventory, and that's about it. So I will have to spend a little bit more loyalties on weight limit so that I can fit all that in there, but that's pretty much what we're going to end up with as far as family inventory. I had enough to make 4 more full moons. So far, we haven't gotten anything above Artisan Memories on the list. I'm really hoping we get a boss defense gearbox. It's turning out that Urgons are really hard to get, so I need to get carried here. Still no. We're back at Crescents. Not because I need a Crescent ring now, but because I really got to finish this Marnie Stone off. So I need 15,000 kills or so. So I'm not going to run temp buff or anything. I'll just run some Agris because I'm capped. And just grind it out. Hopefully finish that. Atanus Element, nice. No loot scroll, no tent buff. Easy Atanus Element. At 24.5% item drop rate. You're kidding me. I don't want a Crescent ring. I guess that's just gonna sit there for a while. It's like, I really don't need it. Another Atanus Element. Excellent. I think we have 5 or 6 of those now. Another Atanus Element. These things are dropping like candy now. That's 3. And this whole time, I've had 24.5% drop rate. Another Crescent ring. Just over an hour and a half there. My weapon's kind of starting to break, and it's getting pretty close to nighttime here, so I gotta make it back to town so I can go to the night vendor. Just under 8,000 kills left on that Marnie Stone. Got about 33k trash, which isn't too bad. I did get 2 Crescent rings, which I really just don't need. So of course it gives it to me. As usual, really terrible scroll drop rate. What is there, 3? Yeah, really terrible. Pretty good amount of money from trash loot though, so I'll take it. But I'm gonna run back to town, do night vendor, and then probably come back and finish up this Marnie Stone. I got enough moon fragments to make a couple more full moons, so let's try that real quick. Oh, alchemy table sideways? Okay. These are really good for like memory fragments and artisans, even if I don't end up getting a boss defense gearbox. Yeah, another artisan. Pretty good. Okay, let's finish off this Marnie Stone. Another Atanus Element. I'm getting way more of those than I anticipated, actually. Let's see, with that one, I have... eight already. That's 8 pity pieces. That's so crazy to me. Another Atanus Element. Another Atanus Element. Those things just about drop more often than scrolls here. Marnie Stone is finished. It took pretty close to an hour and a half again. Just about 30k trash. 4 scrolls. No, more than 4. 6 scrolls, which is like kind of high for Crescents. And then 3 more Atanus elements, so we're doing really well on those. We'll run to town, turn in the Marnie Stone, and see what we get. Okay, let's see what's in the Marnie box. I don't think there's anything in particular I'm hoping for. Maybe like a Duo Volterra would be good. Hopefully not a Crescent Ring. A Duo Leighton. I don't know what I'm gonna do with that. Maybe it would be good for a Pen Leighton down the road, but I think I'd rather go for a Deborekanek. I'll figure it out later, I'm sure. Let's open these soileds. Nothing. Then I'm going to put together these moon fragments and open that again, and then I believe I got another radiant box. Ideally here we would get maybe Wizard Gosfey or an underwear box maybe. Okay, radiant box first. Did I get nothing? I got nothing. Just the 4 gift bundle things. Okay, let's open the full moons now. No defense gear box, but the memes and crons are really nice. Alright, so officially done with Crescents. I don't have reason to go back now. Maybe that'll change in the distant future, but there's nothing left for me there currently, so now we can really focus on getting scrolls and pushing my gear up to Tet. Now that I'm also not focusing on accessories, I can actually use crons to cron try on my enhancements. That's going to save me some memory fragments and hopefully accelerate achieving Tet. And the reason I'm going to cron try and raw tap Tet is because I don't have any pen stacks at all, and I'm going to need to build some. So that's one of the methods people generally use to do that. Normally you do that with a black star, but I really need to preserve memory fragments, and I don't have a black star. So we're going to have to basically do that method with regular gear. Let's do a little bit of Zarka enhancing here. I have a few crons, not like a crazy amount, but I have a little bit of money. So that'll be good. And I have just shy of 200 memory fragments, but I do have a couple of artisan memories as well. 15 of them, so that'll help. Because I don't need to save crons or money for accessories right now, I'm actually just going to use the crons on try attempts and then raw tap Tet. Talked about it a couple of times, but we're gonna put it into action. But first we have to get the duo. So I'm going to use, maybe I'll use a 30 stack since I have 14 of them. Hopefully it goes fairly well. Okay, fairly easy duo there. And from this point on, it's just going to not go below duo because I'll just use crons to keep it at duo. So we're going to cron for try. Takes 34 crons per attempt, which isn't too bad. It's a little over 100 mil, not a big deal. Okay, there's 1, 2. Okay, got try on the 3rd attempt. Now I have a 90 something stack on another character here. 91 stack. I think we're going to push that to about 100. And if it hits 100, then I'm going to leave it And that'll be like a pen stack, because then I can Valk that to like 110, and it'll either be a TED accessory stack or maybe a pen stack. And because it's tagged, I can't actually put it in storage, so I'm going to have to swap to that character, put that in the Nader's band, and then jump back on the Sork and pull it out. Okay. There's my 91. 20.20% chance. So 2020, that's really interesting. Let's see if it goes. Okay. Failed that one. We have a 96 stack. I'll make one more attempt on this stack, and then I'll save it after that. I'll probably go 40 here. It's a bit high, but that's okay. Okay, I need to buy some more crons. Okay, and then I'll probably just buy like 200. I don't want to go too low on money, because I'm still trying to run the Night Vendor a bunch. But I do want to actually have some to use, so. Okay, here goes again. Alright. 2-tap try that time. That's really good. 21.20 this time, so it went up by a full percent. We'll see if it goes TET. And it went TET, okay. Kind of unfortunate to lose like a 96 stack. That could have been a 106 stack. That was a bit high to lose. But we have the TET Zarka now. So hopefully going forward, going through all the rest of the pieces of the gear, I will make enough pen stacks. And I also need a few like Pry Duo and Try Fallen God stacks. And some accessory stacks, but we'll solve those problems when I'm working toward them. So I think that's actually at full durability because I just repaired it, which is really great. So I think we're going to make a couple attempts at the Dandy. I don't want to buy more crons than I have, so wherever it ends up is where it ends up. If it goes all the way to TET, then great. If not, we'll leave it at Duo. Assuming it goes to Duo, of course. But we'll give it a shot here. Okay, I need a Duo stack, which I think I'm going to use a 24 this time. Okay, 2-tapped it. This one takes 40 crons instead of 36, which is virtually no difference. But we're going to use a 40 stack again for try. And we're going to cron try here. There's 1, 2... And I need to make a couple more stones. I just made 4 more stones, so we'll see how far I can get with that. I realistically only have 2 more try attempts here. So this is attempt number 3. Okay, and attempt number 4 at try. Okay, I went try. So, we need to find... Okay, there's an 80 stack. I think 80 is pretty good to try and push to 100. 18.2% chance. First attempt at the TET Dandy. Here goes. And we one-tap the TET Dandy? What? What? Why? What? That is so crazy. Suddenly, we gained 30 gear score, basically. Because I was 222 main hand and 224 awakening, and now we're 250, 252. Just like that. I don't know where my pen stacks are gonna come from. I might have to like work on relupies or something. Or like intentionally fail pens if it comes down to it, realistically. But like that's crazy. Okay, so wow, that's crazy. Okay, so I have 183 memes here, and I left my red nose at +10 with very low durability. So I think we'll just work on the red nose a little bit. I'll go repair it. And then I'll try and push it to like... I probably won't get +15. Let's actually repair that dandy now that I'm thinking of it. I probably won't get +15 on it. But... because I'm going to force enhance at least +14 and 15. But maybe +13, I'm not sure. I'll have to look at it. Free durability there, nice. But this one I can leave totally out of durability, so I'm just going to burn the rest of my memory fragments on it, basically. And we'll see what that ends up like. Maybe a 15 stack for +11. Yeah, that's not like great, but it'll probably do. And it just immediately goes +11. Okay. So for +12, I think I'm going to use a 20 stack. It's a little bit high, but I think I'm going to force +13, +14, and +15. Okay, 15.5%. Okay, there's a 30 stack. I'm going to save that. Then we'll use another 20 stack on it. And it goes to +12. Okay. I'm curious what it looks like on a 30 stack. 16%. That's basically the same that we just hit a bunch of times. So maybe I'll just enhance +13. Okay, ran out of durability on a 37. I might keep that. I think I'm going to keep that, and I think I'm going to force enhance it as far as I can with whatever memory fragments I have left. I think I'll only get it to +13, but that's okay. That'll be the next piece of gear that we go for, probably. Since now all my weapons are tet, suddenly. Absolutely can't believe that. That's so crazy. We really had a hard time with the ruins and the crescent ring. And then the Zarka seemed like it was going to be rough at first. And then it went pretty smooth after that. And then the dandy just immediately went. So, okay, we'll force that. +13, it's going to take 70. So I need 30 more memes. I only have 4. Okay, so it's going to sit at +13. And I'll throw these 4 memory fragments into it. So I need 170-ish more memory fragments to get that to +15. And then I think at Pry is where it gets better than my Roaring. But I'm not certain on that. It's either Pry or Duo. Look at that. From like 420 gear score to 466. Just like that. Absolutely crazy.